Hi, I'm Cristin Lowe. As a family law attorney, I'm asked a lot of questions, but perhaps one of the most frequently asked questions is, how do I save money on my divorce? I'd like to take a few minutes and share with you some of the common mistakes that people tend to make and teach you how to avoid making the same ones. Hiring a family law attorney can be very expensive, but whereas some people end up spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on their case, others get the exact same results for a fraction of the price. It all comes down to using your money wisely and really being aware of how your money is being spent. Now, when you hire a family law attorney, understand that you are getting absolutely invaluable legal resources and services. But those services and resources take time, and that time equates into money. Time costs money. That means that you need to reduce your legal costs by doing as much of the non-legal work in your case as possible. For example, if your attorney needs you to bring in some documents, if you bring them in messy and disorganized, it takes your attorney or your attorney's staff a lot of time to sort through and reorganize them so they're understandable. While you may think that it's your attorney's job to do that for you, understand that your goal is to save money, and those are things that you can do on your own without your attorney or your attorney's staff assistance. By simply bringing in your papers prepared or bringing your court documents over to the court instead of having a runner do it, you can save time and money. Secondly, remember that you've hired your family law attorney to provide you legal services. I understand that your family law matter takes into account much more than just the law. You've got your children's health and well-being to worry about, you've got your own health and well-being to worry about, and you've got financial issues on top of it all. If you rely on your attorney to help you out with all of those issues, though, you're doing yourself a big disservice and costing yourself way too much money. Your attorney isn't a psychologist. Your attorney isn't a life coach. By relying on the appropriate professionals, you're going to save yourself a lot of money and be much happier with the end result. Next is a very simple tip, but it's one that a lot of people forget. It's simply to be organized. Most people don't think twice before calling their attorney to remind them about their court date, or they need an extra copy of a document. Other clients always need to be called and reminded to bring in certain things. Remember, again, time costs money. By simply keeping together an organized file and also remembering your court dates and remembering what you're supposed to bring into your attorney, you can reduce your costs significantly. Next is that you need to really understand what costs are involved and how quickly they can add up. I understand that 25 cents a copy and postage as incurred doesn't seem like a lot of money at the time. But remember that your family law matter may take months or even years. That can equate to thousands and thousands of dollars in photocopies and in postage costs. If at all possible, have your attorney scan and email you these documents instead of mailing them to you. And if your attorney doesn't offer that service, then maybe you need to think twice and hire an attorney who's willing to use the available technology out there, all in order to reduce your costs. Next, you need to remember that your attorney works for you. Remember that it is your money, and you need to be ultimately responsible for how that money is spent. Review your bills every month. I know it's a lot of work, but make sure you do it because you can reevaluate how it is that your money is being spent on a month-to-month basis. Maybe you've called your attorney twice on the very same issue, or perhaps you showed up 15 minutes late to an appointment. By constantly reviewing your bills, it holds you accountable to how your money is being spent. I hope that you've learned some important lessons from this film and that you really take the knowledge to heart and reduce costs in your family law matter. If you have any other questions, please visit me at CristinLoweLaw.com. I wish you the best of luck in resolving your family law matter. I'm Cristin Lowe, and thanks again for visiting.